Well, I've just spent a good hour going around this lip here, trying to pull it out. I don't want to put it all the way back out because I might like to have some wider tyres on there one day, but I pulled it out enough to get the wire brush in behind it. I've given everything in here quick wire brush and I wiped down with some Prepsol. I'm just going to slather on rust converter, and after that some body deadener, and then yeah, flip him over and go to work. Righto, got some fresh rust converter sealer. So go in here and just jam it all on, all up in there. Whatever holes it may run through, I'll yeah, just sand it off when I'm painting. Just try and get it all in there, into the seams. As you can tell, I'm not too concerned about the aesthetics of this. It's just to protect it, that's all. I've got a tin of body deadener and another tin of oh, it's like an anti-chip coating that you spray on, so don't know which way I'll go with that, but well, this morning I've been stripping. So I've gone back to bare metal on the door because there was evidence of bog in there and a few ripples and whatever. So all I did, where's my can? Here it is. Just this rub through primer used for touch-ups when you rub through, but just used it as a bit of a guide coat. It doesn't clog the paper up like the factory stuff. Just went around, tapped down as many high spots and sort of got as many ripples out of it as I could. Sort of got the guard, the edge of the guard sort of pulled out, so you kind of have a reasonably consistent gap when you're looking at it from an angle. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and put some filler on that, and then yeah, block back. Just a quick little update. I haven't touched the old girl for a few weeks, but I'm going to try and get some undercoat on it, get this bit of filler work done and get it sealed up, because yeah, she's starting to show a few little spots of surface rust, and I don't want this body filler exposed to the moisture for too much longer. So there's going to be a few little ripples in it, but I don't really mind. I'm not going for perfection, so yeah, just try and get a body line back in there and get it reasonably straight, and yeah, I'll be happy with that. Alright, I'll get into it. Alright, it's been a little while. The old girl's been sitting in bare metal for a little while, so I thought I'd better do something about it and get some filler on it and try to get some primer on it. Yeah, it's a little more wavier than I thought it was going to be, but it's not coming up too bad. It is what it is, just getting all the really obvious dents out of it. Something tells me that there's going to be a few ripples in it anyway, but as long as it presents well, I'll be happy. And yeah, I'll get back to it. I won't film it because it's pretty boring watching a bloke sand, but yeah, alright, I'll keep at it. Alright, I've spent about 2 and a bit hours just doing some body work. I've run out of time today. I've just smashed some rattle can primer on it. just to seal it up a little bit until I can get to it again. It's taken shape. There's a few things to finesse on it, but I mean, it's not too bad for what it is. Yeah, I've got to knock a few bog dags off it and maybe just fiddle with the body line a little bit. It's pretty good. It's reasonably straight, but yeah, you sort of can't really tell too much when it's sort of in this flat finish primer. But anyways, a little more progress and that'll do me for today. Alright, well, the guard's got some primer on it now. It's a primer filler. There's one right here I missed. She's a little bit wavy in there and around here. A little bit wavy, but she'll be right, I think. I'll give her a dusting of some guide coat. Stick her out in the sun. I sprayed this yesterday and there'd be about 4 coats on it, 4 heavy coats. So now I'll switch focus to the door. So a little bit of fiddling, trying to get the body line right, but it's good enough. It's good enough. So I think what I might do is take the door off, take the rubber off the door seal, take the door latch out again, and scuff it all up and give it some heavy coats of primer. Still not sure. I should probably go to the effort and sort of mask up or semi-strip this back door, so at least, you know, all 3 panels will be in primer. I've been playing around with the boot. This is, man, panel beating is tricky, because like you start to tap the metal back up this way and it starts to move around, and you just trying to get it all just to come back to how it was, and it's harder than it looks. But yeah, I might keep playing around with the boot lid today. It'd be cool if I could have the 2 doors and the boot lid ready for primer. That'd be pretty sweet, but I don't like my chances. So we'll get stuck into it and yeah, make some noise. I'll drag this out in the sun. When I do me block and back, I'll have everything bolted back up again, just so I can line up the body lines properly. I've seen some people use tape as a guide. We'll see how I go. But I don't know, like I said, I keep repeating this throughout the whole bloody videos, that it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be overall better than what it was, and I'll be happy. We've had shitloads of rain around here recently, and oh, here we go. Here's that little patch I put in the corner, and I don't know, I don't think I'll even worry about filling it. It's just overall be better. So yeah, we've had a heap of rain, and our block of land, it kind of catches all the moisture from uphill, runs down here into the paddock. What I wanted to do was get the red ute and drag it up into the shed and start stripping it. swapping bits over to the HT, so it can at least be drivable. But yeah, she's too wet. Last time I ventured down into beyond that fence, I got bogged, properly bogged. My mate came around with his buddy 200 series, and then he got bogged. So then we had to call on another mate. So she was quite the show. We were all well and truly over it by the time everything was unstuck. But yeah, lesson learnt there. I'm not gonna drive down there if it's a bit moist. Wait. I've got a couple of days off work now. Yesterday, before I sprayed this guard, I sort of came in and cleaned the shed up a bit, and originally I was going to drag the 307 out and finish setting it up for its cam run-in procedure. But the sun was out, and I thought, oh, I don't know, she's good weather for spraying, so yeah, we'll save the little 307 for another day when it's pissing down rain, maybe. I wish I could find some powder, the guide coat powder, locally, but local paint shop, and when I say local, it's about an hour away. But yeah, they don't stock it, because this shit tends to clog up your paper pretty quick. But once you knock the top off it, it's not too bad. Yeah. Getting a little bit excited to see some colour go on it. See how good they matched it up this time. Yeah, we'll let that go off for a while. I want to put the radio on, but the last video, I infringed on copyright bloody laws or whatever because of the tunes that were playing. So I'll just have to make my own noise today. Other thing with that red ute that I was just talking about, you know, like whole steering column can get swapped out. There is a bench seat in the ute. It's half clapped out, but at least, you know, it's a seat. I still got my heart set on a Ford seat, Ford bench, just because they're a lot comfier, and I'll keep my eye out, and that's all I can do. Now this door rubber, I hope I can get it out without tearing it. What tools? Maybe I'll get a little steel ruler or something. Maybe a little flat blade. Maybe. Yeah, the old the door that I picked up from the swap meet, this one. She wasn't bad for rust, but it had a few more ripples in it than what I sort of was expecting. And it took a bit of work to sort of bring it back. But oh shit. No, I think I might be masking up. It's tearing the foam when I try to pry it out. What is it? I need one of those specialty tools. This is going to be painful. One, if I do any damage. I might leave it well enough alone. Yes. Colour's reasonably close. It's a bit darker, this one. Well, nobody will really know if I just mask up the rubber. That's such a shame. Oh well, it's what it is. Unless there should be a brand new door rubber in the Brougham kit. Now, whether or not, if I kind of destroy this one, I can at least order another one to replace it. It's, I don't know, a little bit like throwing money away, but you know what? It's going to work because I can grab a hold of this little plastic tab. For all you people intending to use new rubbers, Rare Spares variety, sort of be prepared to treat them as a one-time use thing. Once you fit them, they're probably never going to be the same, but anyway, she'll be right. Good enough for the bush. Another thing that I've got to do is address this subframe leg. Can I pull this up without getting tetanus? So we've got issues there. So I'm thinking that I might be able to cut the floor pan out, buy the replacement leg and replace it with the subframe still attached. It's going to save a lot of mucking around. Alright, fast forward a couple of hours and I got distracted. So what I'm doing, I've got to mix up a little bit more body filler. So I thought, I usually wind up with more anyway. If I can get this boot lid a bit better than what it is now, I can sort of kill two birds with the one stone kind of thing. So I'm just trying to get in here and get things good enough so I won't have any high spots when I use my filler. And it's easier said than done for a non-panel beater. If I can try and find, Just trying to, I don't know, sight it up a bit across the light, but I really don't know how successful I'm going to be. It's not too bad. I've already had a decent sort of crack at it. But like I said, I just want to try and get a few of the high spots out of it. And there's a low. Wonder if I can get that out. My poor old dollies have seen better days. Maybe if I just pop the lid up like that. I'm not sure sort of how straight all of this has to be and how much of a curve it's got, etc. Where's my straight edge? I might get a better idea of just how far things have got to move. That's raised. That's flat. That's flat. That's raised. So that's got to come down right there. I wonder. What's the other side like? The other side's got plenty of bog in it anyway. Still a hump. A bit better. There. That's not too bad. A little bit there. Still a little bit there. Theory is when you're hitting it, try to push it in the direction you want it to go. Get it to magically disappear. But that kind of sorcery is something I don't possess. Yeah, it's not too bad. Body filler might take care of the rest. I don't know, what have we got? What have we got? Tipping is meant to be straight-ish. Maybe that's why they invented body filler. What was that bit there? Big one there. So that's high there. Is it low down there? It is actually working. This is actually slowly starting to disappear. This boot lid was pretty bloody bad when I started. Anything's really going to be an improvement. That's all metal. One just quick one hit. This one's in the past, I have bodywork in the middle, and I've bump hands. No, what one too fast. There's a problem in there. Bugger it. That'll do. Righto. Alright, make up some more body filler. I don't think it'll be seeing any show and shines anyway. Alright, forgive the video quality, this one's on my phone. I think the other camera, the GoPro, I think it went flat. So there was about an hour's worth of prep and conversation had. But anyway, all I did, these panels, they've been primed underneath. I don't know, yeah, primed underneath. So what I'm going to do, put some colour on the insides and let that go off sort of overnight. And tomorrow I'll be blocking back the outside of the panels. It's the second lot of primer on the outside of the panels. The first lot, there was 3 coats. Most of it got blocked back, wound up on the floor. So yeah, tonight I'm just going to blow on some colour. I've scuffed it back with red Scotch Brite. The door has already been sort of bare metalled, etch primed and primed. So I know that what I'm going to be spraying onto is pretty good condition, and that's pretty much it. I can't really operate the spray gun and my phone at the same time. I'll see if the GoPro's got enough charge to do it, but this is pretty much just backup footage, and we'll hook into it. Well, I've just painted the door and it came up all right. I'm still blocking back the guard there. There's a few little rub throughs that are going to need some attention before it gets painted, but the door's not bad. Yeah, not perfect. There's, when you get it in the right light, there's a few little waves in it, but overall that's pretty good. I'm stoked. There's about I think I put 4 coats on that, so yeah, happy days. This one, a few rub throughs, so yeah, need to get a can of that rub through primer. Alright, just giving this rub through primer a bit of a scuff up, and should be good for colour. It's a little bit of a lifesaver, this stuff. It's a bit pricey per can, but kind of saves you having to do the whole panel again. So yeah, sun's gone behind the clouds for a minute. Hopefully it comes back out, warms up a little bit. Anyway, there the old guard come up pretty good. There's a little bit of orange peel on this door, but I'll be hitting everything with sort of 2000 wet and dry, and then giving her a bit of a polish, so it should come up pretty good. Yeah, maybe I'll take this door off and then prep this both of these door jambs, and then mask up and get the right colour yellow sprayed down in there. So I'll have to might clean out the inside of it while I'm there and get a little bit organised, but we'll just poke along today, I think. Nothing too serious.